The next Mass Effect game is soon upon us from BioWare, and in this video today I'll be looking into and correctly predicting when the next game will be set in the timeline of the Mass Effect series.
Lockhart QT.
As of writing this video, we still don't know when the next Mass Effect game will be set in the timeline. However, BioWare may have already hinted a few times at the next game's setting in the overall series timeline. So, the first bit of evidence we have so far is the N7 Day 2022 secret transmission showing a newly built Mass Effect relay with some scrambled audio from Liara and some unknown characters, potentially Geth or Commander Shepard.
Like the secret. How did we miss this? Exactly. The Council will be furious. Although they should know by now not to underestimate human defiance. Perhaps was their most endearing trait.
The transmission's already really cool in of itself, but if you look at the bottom left corner at a better quality version of the transmission, you can make out some text and numbers. Now, this is a log date of when this footage of the transmission is being recorded, and if you see the actual log file date reads 11_07_90, which is then followed by some more numbers changing. Now, a lot of you in my comment sections, subscribers, other content creators and fans have pointed out that this could potentially be a year, being 2190. This is an interesting year as this would place this transmission 4 to 5 years after the events of the end of the Reaper War in Mass Effect 3, basically at the end of the game. If you look at the first numbers being 11 and 7, this is obviously an Easter egg and reference to N7 Day, rather being November 7th. But the 90 has to be the year, or at least the end of the year, potentially being 2190, although this hasn't been confirmed yet by BioWare. Now, this date's revelation is going to hopefully make a lot of Mass Effect fans happy, especially those who love the sort of OG trilogy, as this would mean a potential return of both Commander Shepard, the old squad mates, as well as the Normandy, as well as some old locations and fan favourite planets. This then opens a whole new rabbit hole of if the game is set 4 to 10 years after Mass Effect 3, then which characters could return, as BioWare then have seemingly the really difficult task of writing a new story to fit in 4 possible endings and storylines. They'd have to work in the Destroy ending, Synthesis ending, the Refusal ending. They'd have to also factor in the Cure, the Genophage, the Geth and Quarian War, and so much more. The other piece of evidence is that at the end of Mass Effect 3, we have the Stargazer talking to a child, and the child is basically asking to hear another story about Commander Shepard after the events of Mass Effect 3. Before they then go back, the Stargazer says the following.
Tell me another story about the Shepard.
It's getting late, but okay. One more story.
Next up, we have potential more evidence for the game actually taking place in the far future rather than after the original trilogy. So, firstly, in the teaser trailer back from the Game Awards in 2020, we see an aged Liara, which has actually been confirmed by BioWare themselves as she's aged. Well, we just don't know yet how much or how by. She has wrinkles and is wearing a completely new outfit. We also see her walking on an unknown planet with destroyed Reapers covered in snow, and then finding some N7 armour under the ice and snow. We also have some evidence of some new characters walking in the background of the teaser trailer in both the concept art as well as the poster. Surely, wouldn't Liara prefer to be with the Normandy crew if this was taking place straight after Mass Effect 3, or has she gone off being the Shadow Broker and potentially the Benefactor? Has she actually gone out on herself and joined a new crew? Because personally, I feel like if Liara had returned, then she would want to go with Commander Shepard. Next up, we have teasers from Mass Effect Andromeda within the teaser trailer itself from the Game Awards in 2020, and we also have some teasers from BioWare themselves regarding references to Mass Effect Andromeda. Firstly, as mentioned before on the channel, in the background audio in the teaser trailer, we can hear Godspeed Pathfinder, which is taken directly from the Mass Effect Andromeda story when you first fly off in the Tempest. And we also see both the Milky Way galaxy as well as the Andromeda galaxy in cutaway zoom shots earlier in the teaser trailer as well. Plus, there's the fact that multiple BioWare developers working on the next Mass Effect game have all confirmed the references to Mass Effect Andromeda within the teaser trailer, and that everything in the trailer was there for a reason. Plus the fact that Mass Effect Andromeda actually takes place of roughly about 634 years in the future, due to the Arks having to go into cryosleep and then travelling light years to go to Andromeda. So, in Mass Effect 4, we could be playing as a new protagonist in a far-flung future, where travel between both galaxies is possible. Lastly, we have the fact that 2 new vehicles have also been shown off in posters, the concept art as well as the teaser trailer, for the next game being the new main ship, the SFX, as well as the Mudskipper. So, if the next game is indeed 4 to 5 years after Mass Effect 3's ending, then wouldn't we be seeing the Normandy SR2 and the original sort of normal shuttles instead? Or are BioWare just sort of setting this straight after the original trilogy and including new vehicles? Anyway, that's all the evidence we have so far regarding the next game's time period and setting. For more Mass Effect content, stay focused on the channel as we've got so much more coming, I've got so much more planned, and tell me in the comments which time period / setting do you think the next game will be set during, either 4 years after the ending of Mass Effect 3, or in the future, during or after the events of Mass Effect Andromeda, to connect the both versions of the game, being the original trilogy and Andromeda storyline. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for the sort of recent influx of subscribers and love on the Mass Effect videos. I love making Mass Effect videos and I cannot wait for the next game. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.